Hello everybody, I'm Jeremy Rorty. I'm Joshua Rorty, the Tai Chi twins from Rising Phoenix Martial Arts. Welcome to another episode of Dojo Games. Today's episode, we're going to focus on one of the biggest challenges that instructors face when introducing students to sparring. Some kids are just really afraid of getting hurt. Others are afraid of hurting somebody else. I can understand both aspects of it. One of the keys that we found out, which is the subject matter of this whole series, it doesn't have to be work. It doesn't have to be scary. You can turn it into a game. We have three categories of sparring games. Games that resemble point sparring, games that introduce multiple attackers, and games that involve team combat. Let's start with some games that closely resemble traditional sparring. Sumo can be a good way to introduce new students to sparring. Start the players in opposite corners of the field holding a large yoga ball. Using only the yoga ball, the players try to push each other out of the ring. If a player drops their yoga ball, they're out. If a player touches the ground with anything but their feet, they're out. Flag sparring more closely resembles a traditional point sparring match. Players line up in opposite corners, one with two red flags, the other with two blue flags. While staying in the boundary, they try to take each other's flags. When a flag is taken, the ref calls break, resets the players to their corners, and awards points. This gets them used to the flow of point sparring. When a flag is taken, the ref calls break, resets the players to their corners, and awards points. This gets them used to the flow of point sparring. If both players are down to the last flag, there's a 10-second countdown to score the final point. If no point is scored in that time, the players get both flags back and a sudden victory round starts, where the next flag wins. The only thing a player can grab is the flag. If they grab anything else or step out of the ring, they're given a warning. Second and third warnings result in the loss of a flag. You can only defend your flag by blocking or evading. If an opponent grabs your flag and you're holding it, it counts as if it were taken. You can increase the challenge for a player by putting them against two or more opponents. With Tag Team, you can change the strategy of the game and incorporate more players. Each team decides which of their players starts inside the ring. At any time, that player can tag the hand of their partner and switch places. If the player runs out of the ring before a legal tag, it doesn't count and they're given a warning for being out of the ring.
Now would be a good time to tag the partner. Oh, great! And also, okay, so she gets the point. I'm also going to give a warning because you stepped out before you tag. So you're still in, but as soon as I say go, you can tag. Ready? Go! warning for running out of the ring, so I get that flag. You're the last one with the flag. You step in. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin.
If you're tricky, you can set your partner up for an easy flag. Clay has tagged his partner and can't grab a flag, but his flag can still be taken until he leaves the ring. This can create a good distraction so his partner can sneak in for the flag. To increase the challenge, you can have a Royal Rumble and have different teams start in each corner. In a real fight, you need to be aware of multiple attackers. That's where this next set of games come in. The basic multiple person game is free-for-all flag sparring, where every player is your opponent. This also allows you to involve everyone in class. For free-for-all, you're going to need a larger field and a flag for each player. In this game, there are no teams. Every flag is fair game. If you lose your flag or step out of bounds, you're out. When you're down to a handful of players, stop the game and confine them to a smaller area. The last one remaining with a flag is the winner. Here are a couple things to keep in mind about the flags.
Number one, if your flag falls out, here's my flag. If it falls out and somebody else picks it up, I'm out. Does that make sense?
Yeah!
But if my flag falls out and I notice it first and I pick it up, I can put it back in. But what happens if I'm putting it back in? Can he still try to steal it from me?
Yeah.
He can, right? So I have to be careful. If he's right here, he's going, ooh, that looks like a tasty flag. I got to be ready and move. Did you see what I did? All right. Here's the other thing, because sometimes it can be confusing. If I pull his flag and just throw it on the ground, he might think that his flag just fell out and he's going to pick it up and continue. Do we want that to happen?
No.
So no confusion. When I pull the flag out, I'm not just going to throw it on the ground. I'm going to go up to one of the black belts and put it at their feet.
You can challenge your more skilled players by making them the zombie for zombie tag.
Ready, go.
One player starts without a flag. They're the zombie. There are no outs in this game. If you lose your flag, you just become a zombie and grab other flags. One by one, more zombies join the fray. When you're down to your last player, give a 10-second countdown to determine if they're a survivor.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The fight can be easier if you have someone to watch your back. For a different version of free-for-all, have everybody pick a partner. The goal is to work with your partner to grab all the other team's flags. When you're down to a handful of teams, stop the game and reset them to a smaller area. The last team standing wins.
Circle. I'm down to the last team. 9, 8, 7.
Now that they've learned how to work together as partners, it's time to figure out how to work as a team. Separate your players into 2 or more teams. In this case, we're using a Halo-inspired red versus blue. The goal is to eliminate the other team by taking all of their flags, while staying inside the boundaries. You can either let the game play until all the flags are gone, or if you feel like you need to control the action, you can stop the game at each flagpole. We'll usually play the best 2 games out of 3. In between rounds, give the teams the opportunity to strategize.
So we don't lose all of our people immediately. We don't always go for the strongest one immediately. We should pick off the second strongest one, then the third strongest one, and then the fourth strongest.
So who do you think is getting out first? And so if you get them out first, is their team going to be a little easier to beat?
Yeah, and then you gotta be Clay, who always hides in the corner.
To make the game last longer, you don't have to eliminate the player when their flag is taken. Another version of team flag sparring is Alien versus Predator. In this case, we're making aliens the blue team and predators the red team. Aliens lay eggs, which create more aliens. If an alien takes a flag, instead of that player being out, they become an alien and grab a blue flag. The predator is the ultimate hunter, and they eliminate anything they go after. In this case, if the predator takes an alien's flag, that player is out. Feel free to off-balance your teams. You can challenge your more skilled players by having a smaller team of them as predators. Capture the Flag is the most epic team game that most people are familiar with. Give each team a cone. It helps to have it match the color of their flag. The goal being to either eliminate the other team by taking their flags, or stealing their base and bringing it back to your side. One good strategy for protecting the cone is to ignore the cone itself and go after the flag of the person who's trying to take it. The same strategy can be used for stealing the base. Instead of going right after the base, steal the flag of the cone guard, and then steal the base. You can challenge one team with Bunker Assault. With Bunker Assault, only one team gets a cone. Now that team has to focus more on defense. Another fun challenge is Bunker Control. In this game, both teams start with their cones in the middle of